all of this stuff going on in the market, which could be characterized by a hater or a skeptic as manipulation. Wall Street is just one of the actors, but if they do stupid stuff, if they like manipulate, it's capitalist trading with an agenda that's different than yours or mine, because they're going to short it at the top, they're going to cover their short at the bottom. When the price moves in random directions and when it moves in the opposite direction of the way that it ought to naturally move, I think there's someone with a lot of capital that's either panicked and they're doing something that I deem to be stupid or foolish, or I think there's someone with a lot of capital that has a different agenda than the rest of us, and we don't understand it, and that creates volatility. I don't think it's just Wall Street. I mean, the truth is, Bitcoin's just a free market. It's the freest market in capital in the world, and the definition of free market is anybody can manipulate it any way they want until they run out of money. So if you have $100 billion of Bitcoin and on Saturday night you want to sell all $100 billion of Bitcoin all the way down to 1 penny, maybe you can do it, and maybe you have an agenda to do it. When it gets down to the 1 penny, maybe when it gets to the $1. I mean, if you want to call it manipulation, you can, but I wouldn't refer it to manipulation as much as enable. It's enabling you to do it. Right? Bitcoin's volatile.
마이클세일러가 말하는 변동성, 우리가 시장에서 흔히 볼 수 있는 상승과 하락입니다. 다만 시장은 항상 우리가 예측하는 지지라인보다 많이 떨어지고 저항이라고 생각했던 라인은 그냥 뚫어버리죠. 이게 개인 투자자들이 차트를 보고 돈을 벌기가 쉽지 않은 이유입니다. 이게 바로 자유시장의 법칙입니다. 세력들이 가격을 하락시키고 싶으면 하락시킬 수 있고, 상승시키고자 마음먹으면 상승시킬 수 있기 때문에 차트를 보는 투자자들은 차트에서 세력의 흔적을 찾아서 앞으로 방향을 어떻게 움직일지 세력의 의도를 확인하는 방법을 공부를 합니다. 이런 것들은 개인 투자자분들이 직장 다니면서 사업하시면서 차트 공부도 하고 돈을 벌기가 힘들기 때문에 유료 리딩방, 무료 리딩방을 전전하면서 결국 돈을 잃게 됩니다. 저희 코인앤드류 팀은 전업 트레이더들이 모여서 관점방을 무료로 운영하고 있습니다. 완전 무료이기 때문에 시청자분들 중에서 구독을 해주신 분들에게만 거래소 페이백과 앤드류팀 자체 보조지표까지 공유드리고 있는데요. 아무래도 단순한 리딩방이 아니라 직접 시장 경험을 하고 있는 트레이더들이 운영하는 관점방이기 때문에 거시경제 공부부터 실전 차트 분석까지 도움이 많이 되시리라 믿습니다. 참여 방법은 영상 하단 더보기란과 고정 댓글에서 확인 가능하시니 많은 참여 부탁드립니다.
It's always going to be more volatile than the S&P. The S&P's vol 15 and Bitcoin's vol 60. It's always more volatile, but the reason it's more volatile is because if you had $1 billion and you just had a panic attack and decided the world's going to plunge into chaos, and if you wanted to take a $10 billion or a $100 billion short position on the economy, the only way you could do it was Bitcoin. But Bitcoin would give you not just the ability to short the market, it would give you the ability to short the market in 1 minute. It would give you the ability to short the market with 100x leverage or 50x leverage or 20x leverage. Okay? The truth is, on Wall Street, you know, normally you can't even short more than 2x. Like, it's very difficult for people to get extreme leverage. I guess in the CME market, they get a bit more leverage in the futures, so there they can bring more leverage. But, I mean, Bitcoin is really providing everybody in the world with the greatest degree of liquidity and leverage and credit. And maybe you're a fool to short it, but maybe you're a fool to go long the other way. But the point is, that's what makes markets. Everybody's got their opinion, you know, and you might think that you know better, but if somebody wants to panic sell $1 billion of Bitcoin on Saturday night because they heard that missiles got launched because they saw it on X from a stupid troll account, you know, your position is either you're not allowed to do it, I'm going to censor the transaction because you're just not allowed, and I'm the God King of capital markets. If you're stupid enough to sell $1 billion based on a troll account because you saw a meme and there was no missile strike, or maybe there was but it didn't matter, you're just going to lose the money. You won't have the money. And what I would say about all this volatility and all this trading is, the very intelligent capitalists that make the right trades are getting richer and more powerful and more influential. And the really stupid capitalists that make the wrong trades are getting poorer and they're getting less powerful. right? And they're becoming irrelevant. And the marketplace is much more complicated than you or I or any regulator or anybody on the face of the earth. And the real beauty, the insane beauty of the Bitcoin network is it is the world's greatest free market, maybe the greatest free market of anything. I mean, I wonder, is there any product in the world that is traded globally 24/7, 365 in multi-billion dollar components where everything is connected to everything all the time? I mean, you can't short Manhattan real estate. You can't short gold. You can't trade iPhones. Like you can't panic sell 1 billion iPhones on Saturday night because you think Apple's going under, and you can't, roaring kitty buy 10 million iPhones on Sunday morning. And so I don't know that there's another free market to buy and sell things with or without leverage at any point anywhere that's greater than Bitcoin. So I just think Wall Street is just one of the actors, but if they do stupid stuff, if they manipulate, see, the thing is, you can manipulate the price of a stock at 4 p.m. in the evening and knowing that no one's going to touch it till 9:30 the next day. You can't really do that with Bitcoin, because if you manipulate the price of the stock at 4 p.m., it's going to trade another 6 hours. So if you manipulated it down, you would be the loser, because people would be buying it cheap, in Japan and China and Europe while you're asleep. And then you're going to wake up and you're going to find that you're naked short and you've lost your shirt. So I think this is a game for adults. And maybe you don't like the fact that they shorted 1 billion in the morning and bought back 1 billion in the afternoon. But a free market person would say, hey, they created liquidity. And because they created liquidity, it trades 10x as much as it would otherwise trade. And because it trades 10x as much, that means that you can actually extract $1 billion in 5 minutes instead of $1 billion in 5 months. Right? It's like, you ever see a gyroscope? I'm spinning the gyroscope really fast.
요즘 비트코인으로 부자가 된 젊은 투자자들이 유튜브에 많이 나오죠. 연령대가 정말 어린 10대부터 20대까지 몇백억, 몇천억을 벌었다 하는 젊은이들도 있더라고요. 바로 그 이유가 마이클세일러가 말하는 비트코인은 24시간 움직이는 완벽한 장이고 누구나 시장 참여자가 되어서 롱을 살 수도 혹은 공매도를 할 수도 있기 때문입니다. 저 또한 전업 트레이딩 팀 리더로서 이러한 변동성을 이용해서 매매를 하고 있고 구독자분들에게 도움을 드리기 위해서 관점방을 개설해서 운영 중입니다. 제가 관점 공유를 드린다고 해서 돈이 드는 게 아니기 때문에 제 유튜브 채널을 봐주시는 모든 분들께 도움을 드리고자 개설한 건데요. 참여 방법은 댓글에 구독이라고 적어주시고 영상 하단 더보기란과 고정 댓글에 링크를 확인해주세요.
It creates enormous stability. We use it in inertial navigation systems. And so all of this stuff going on in the market, which could be characterized by a hater or a skeptic as manipulation, it's capitalist trading with an agenda that's different than yours or mine based on their local knowledge. And they're creating liquidity, they're compressing the spread, they're creating credit, they're creating stability, they're actually diminishing the volatility, because they're going to short it at the top, they're going to cover their short at the bottom. They're creating a stable framework, and the inertial navigation systems matter, the gyros matter, right? All of these things have a physical value, right, in the economy. And I think anybody in business or anybody that studied life much, they realize that in a city or in an economy where lots of actors are able to go about their business doing things that you don't understand, that you wouldn't do, normally that maximizes productivity and quality of life, right? And if we only agree to do the things that you think make sense, well, every idea that you never thought of is never coming to you. And the truth of the matter is, you'd probably be dead, because there's probably 99,000 things that get done in this society that you can't do, that you wouldn't even think to start doing, that are going to save your life one day. And so I just think, let the free markets market. That's what they're meant to do. That's what makes the entire world work. That's what lifts humanity out of the gutter.